The development of the ability to comprehend individuals is a highly crucial aptitude that can be cultivated in both one's professional and personal life. The comprehension of people signifies the capacity to discern their thoughts and emotions through their nonverbal cues, as well as the ability to detect whether or not an individual is authentic or mendacious. Let us imagine that you are engaged in a critical negotiation, such as purchasing a unique car from the 1990s. This particular automobile is a limited edition, and you recognize that its worth will appreciate over time if it is maintained and cared for properly. The current owner is requesting $50,000 for the vehicle, while your financial limit is a mere $35,000. Suppose you find yourself deficient in social skills, lacking the ability to interpret individuals' emotions and gestures, coupled with an absence of charm and inadequate negotiation tactics. How would you go about negotiating a justifiable price under such circumstances? You are unable to discern if the seller's price is the ultimate offer or not, lacking the ability to gauge their response and determine whether your counteroffer is reasonable or not. Mastering the art of reading people would undoubtedly enhance your negotiation skills, but this ability is not solely applicable to monetary transactions. Reading people is a vital skill in a multitude of scenarios, including arguments with your significant other or acquaintances and determining the truthfulness of someone's narrative. This video's aim is to equip you with the necessary tools to read anyone in any circumstance. However, before delving into the specifics, there are fundamental concepts that you must comprehend. It's important to note that while humans tend to exhibit similar nonverbal communication patterns, not all the rules discussed today apply universally. There will always be a small percentage of people who are harder to read due to their upbringing or natural disposition. When it comes to communication, there are three main elements at play: words, tonality, and body language. However, in certain situations, such as talking over the phone, it's impossible to read someone's body language. Similarly, while text messages may seem to rely solely on words, tonality still plays a role through punctuation, emojis, font, and other factors. Of these three elements, body language is the most important, making up 55% of your message. This means that over half of what your listener is receiving comes from your body language. Tonality accounts for 38% of your message, while words only cover 7%. This might come as a surprise, but tonality and body language can drastically change the meaning of the words you use. For example, the phrase, "I will always find you," can be interpreted differently depending on the tone used. The same words can convey different meanings through tonality alone. Now that you understand the importance of tonality and body language, let's move on to the most common rules of body language and how you can use them to read people. But before we dive in, I want to check in with you. Are you finding this video helpful so far? If so, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to never miss a future upload. Alright, let's get started. Eyes are an incredibly important part of human communication. They are often the first thing we notice when we meet someone new, and they are used in many marketing campaigns as persuasion strategies. For example, TV commercials often show people looking directly at the camera while smiling with a related product, which not only associates the happiness of the actor with the product but also catches people's attention. When we communicate with someone, we tend to look them in the eyes. If someone is not paying attention, they may be looking somewhere else, which could indicate that they feel uncomfortable or want to leave. There are also certain rules for where people are looking that can give us clues about their emotions or thoughts. For instance, if someone is constantly looking away or to the side, it might indicate boredom or loss of interest. If they look down while talking, they might be being submissive or hiding something. If they are blinking frequently, it could mean they are stressed. If they glance at something, it might indicate that they want that thing, such as looking at the door when they want to leave. Furthermore, eye movements in certain directions can also reveal what someone is thinking or feeling. For instance, looking up and to the left usually means they are trying to remember something. Looking up and to the right means they are in the sphere of imagination, either constructing a vision or visualizing something they created in their minds. Some say this indicates lying, but it isn't always the case. The bottom left usually means that they are having an internal dialogue and might be reflecting on what's being said. The bottom right indicates an emotional response, which is especially noticeable in females and young people. For instance, if someone's eyes go down and to the right after receiving a compliment, it could indicate attraction. In conclusion, eyes are a crucial part of human communication, and we should pay attention to them to better understand what someone is thinking or feeling. By recognizing the different patterns and movements of the eyes, we can gain insights into someone's internal dialogue, emotions, and thoughts. The position of our head can reveal a lot about our emotions and attitudes, and it's a nonverbal cue that's easy to recognize. Let's take a look at some of the common head positions and what they can tell us about a person. If someone keeps their head up, it often indicates a sense of superiority or arrogance. On the other hand, if someone is looking down or lowering their head, it can indicate feelings of inferiority or shame. When someone tilts their head, it's often a sign of curiosity or interest in something. If someone is nodding their head, it typically means that they are confident about what they are saying and truly believe it to be true. This is often seen during speeches, and it's a technique that many politicians use to persuade their audience to agree with them. Mouth expressions are incredibly common and can reveal a lot about a person's emotions and attitudes. Smiling is one of the most immediate expressions, but it can be interpreted in various ways, making it challenging to differentiate between a genuine and fake smile, especially if you don't know someone well. Smiles can convey a range of emotions, including genuine happiness, sarcasm, disapproval, cynicism, or even sadness and anxiety. The type of smile a person displays can provide valuable insights into their emotional state. Other mouth expressions include yawning, which is a sign of boredom or disinterest, and coughing, which may indicate discomfort or illness. Let's take a closer look at some common lip signals you should be aware of. Lip biting is often associated with sexual arousal or flirting, but it doesn't always indicate those things. In reality, biting one's lips can be a sign of distaste, disapproval, or distrust. If someone bites the bottom of their lower lip, it may suggest feelings of anxiety or fear. Covering the mouth is a typical behavior among shy people who want to hide their emotional reactions or feel embarrassed. They may cover their mouths to avoid showing smiles or laughter, almost as if they are hiding from others. When sitting down with a business partner to discuss important projects, their lower body language can reveal a lot about their level of interest and comfort. If their knees are pointing towards you and they are leaning in your direction, it's a good sign that they are engaged in the conversation and feel at ease with you. On the other hand, if their knees and feet are pointed towards the exit, it could indicate boredom, discomfort, or a desire to leave for some reason. Having good posture is incredibly important. Not only does it help you read other people, but it can also help you feel more confident. For instance, standing tall with your shoulders slightly pushed back and your head held high indicates confidence and dominance. Similarly, the way someone walks can also reveal how they are feeling. Walking in an unnatural or forced manner can indicate insecurity, while a closed posture might suggest hostility, unfriendliness, and anxiety. On the other hand, an open posture signals friendliness, openness, and willingness. It can also suggest confidence and dominance in certain contexts. Mirroring is a fascinating technique that can help you read other people and build rapport with them. It involves unconsciously imitating someone else's actions, such as sitting in the same way or holding your hands in the same position. When someone mirrors your actions, it may indicate that they feel a sense of harmony, approval, and attraction towards you. In fact, you can use mirroring to your advantage by intentionally copying the other person's actions in order to make them feel more comfortable around you. Personal space refers to the distance between you and other people, and it varies based on different relationships and situations. For instance, in some cultures, it's uncommon to be physically close to people in public, even if they're your partner. During the COVID-19 pandemic, people have become even more conscious about maintaining personal space and avoiding close contact. Here are the general classifications of personal space distances. Intimate distance, 6 to 18 inches. This distance indicates a very close relationship and a high level of comfort. Personal distance, 1.5 to 4 feet. This distance is usually reserved for family members, close friends, and other people you have a close relationship with. Social distance, 4 to 12 feet. This distance is typically maintained between friends, co-workers, classmates, acquaintances, and people you know fairly well. Public distance, 12 to 25 feet. This distance is reserved for public speaking situations or when you're in a large group setting. I hope you have enjoyed and gained value from this video. See you all in the next one.